What the heck? No way.
Minions have
Hey everyone.
spawned.
Today, we're breaking down how to play Blitzcrank support. Blitzcrank is a total game changer depending on your hooks, and he's a solid pick for everyone from beginners to pros. Don't force hooks at level 1, because you just don't have the stats. Concede the early push, hit level 2, and then look for that all-in. Even if you land a great hook like this, you won't be able to secure the kill if you don't have all your skills ready yet. Blitzcrank's entire kit completely revolves around how well you can land his skill 1. Instead of just throwing raw hooks, you can combine it with flash to massively extend your range and catch enemies by surprise. If your hook hits a minion instead, it's a complete fail. His hook can also pull jungle monsters, and Blitzcrank is the only champion in the game who can do that. Early on, you can use this to pull enemy jungle monsters and completely disrupt their clear. That's why, when you're playing against Blitzcrank, you need to get vision and take precautions so your buff doesn't get hooked. If your teammates won't help you secure vision, you might even have to give up starting at that buff. Vi is pinging that she wants to gank, so I'm moving in. When your jungler comes to gank, it rarely succeeds unless the laner initiates the fight first. Alright, let's dive into Blitzcrank's abilities and break down his kit. First up, his passive, Mana Barrier. When Blitzcrank's health drops below 35%, he gains a shield equal to 30% of his maximum mana. While this passive makes mana-heavy builds viable, I believe it's not a must-have in the current meta. It might feel like a pretty mediocre passive when you're playing him, but when you're up against a Blitzcrank, this exact shield makes him feel incredibly tanky and impossible to kill. Now for his skill 1, Rocket Grab, or what everyone just calls the hook. This is a signature move. You shoot your hand out and drag whoever it hits straight to you. While it has incredible pick potential, the hook stops immediately if it hits an enemy minion. That's why mastering how to clear your line of sight and find the right angle is crucial. Alright, some action is happening right now, so let's shift over to live commentary. Vi is signaling that she's on her way to gank. Since she gave me the signal, I'm going to initiate the fight first. They still had flash, ULT, and their escape tool's up, so they managed to get away here. Here's a high-level trick. If you flash right after throwing your hook, you can redirect where the enemy lands. It's a nuts mechanic that completely catches people off guard. While Blitzcrank's skill 1 is incredibly powerful, it has a long cooldown. If your opponents know this, they will punish you hard the moment you miss, leaving you helpless until it's back up. You need to be extremely careful with your hooks. Skill 2, Overdrive. This ability grants you a massive movement speed buff that can be activated in 2 stages. However, it comes with a downside. Your movement speed drops significantly after it expires. If you rush blindly into the enemy team, you'll end up isolated and in danger. It's a versatile skill that's perfect for escaping or running back to lane after dying. Playing Blitz means having that killer mindset. I always take Ignite because I'm there to finish them off, period. Look, I want to give the kill to my ADC, but if it's close, I'm swinging. My ADC might flame me for stealing it, but letting a kill slip away is way worse than securing it yourself.
As long as it takes.
Skill 3, Power Fist. This ability empowers your next basic attack, knocking up the target. The standard bread and butter combo is to use this immediately after pulling an enemy with your skill 1. To prevent enemies from flashing away, the recommended combo is skill 1 into ultimate, then skill 3. By layering your ultimate right after the hook, you silence the enemy instantly, leaving them no window to flash before the knockup. The best part about skill 3 is that it's a point-and-click ability, making the knockup guaranteed. This is incredibly effective against champions like Master E, who are extremely vulnerable to reliable crowd control. Blitzcrank functions as a hard counter to Master E because his point-and-click knockup completely denies usability. Next up is Ultimate, Static Field. It drops a massive burst of magic damage in a huge area and applies a sneaky silence that completely disrupts the enemy team. The cooldown is crazy short. We're talking about 15 seconds at max level. Plus, the AP scaling on this thing is nuts. Even if you build pure tank, the base damage mixed with that scaling lets you completely burst down squishies. This silence is super underrated, but honestly so broken. Once they're hit, they can't pop flash or any of their movement skills, meaning you and your team can just completely beat them to a pulp. As a key landing tip regarding jungler synergy, when your jungler is playing on the opposite side of the map, taking careless fights in the bot lane is strictly forbidden. You must constantly base your movements on your jungler's position and the enemy's vision. Moving on to items, Yordle Trap gives you insane value. If you land a hook, that target is dead, period. It helps you snowball your gold lead early on, which is amazing for Blitz since he's always getting kills and assists. Late game, though, if you're maxed out on gold, just sell it for something else. For the rest of your build, you can choose based on preference and the enemy team comp. If the enemy has a lot of sustain, pick up Thornmail for the anti-heal. If they have champions that heavily rely on basic attacks, Frozen Heart is great. And if their ADC is fed, Randuin's Omen is a solid choice. Personally, I love building Warmog's armor. The insane health regeneration slashes your need to recall, allowing you to constantly lurk in bushes for ambushes or roam with your jungler to catch enemies off guard. By the late game, once you secure the blue buff, you'll literally never have to recall except to buy items. If you want a 100% guaranteed catch, this is the combo for you. Pop skill 2 to run them down. Hit M with the skill 3 upper first, and then throw a point blank skill 1. It takes away all the guesswork and gives you maximum stability. No matter how accurate your hooks are, it's incredibly difficult to turn the game around on your own if your team isn't ready to follow up, such as when allies are isolated or overextending. In team fights, you don't always need to fish for the enemy carry. Simply shutting down their key player with your silence can be a massive contribution to the team. While Blitzcrank is mechanically simple to play, he is a deeply complex champion that demands sharp map awareness and high-level prediction to read your enemy's next move. Especially when you keep in mind the risk management of missing a hook, incorporating items that support your skill shot will drastically stabilize your win rate. It mitigates your downtime and ensures you aren't easily punished. Blitzcrank has the potential to completely turn the game around with a single hook. If the enemy support is a mage or an enchanter, he is a highly recommended pick to aggressively punish them. It is incredibly satisfying to yank a fed carry from afar and watch your team delete them instantly. This is why Blitz is the ultimate catcher. You don't even need to fully team fight when you can just dismantle their whole setup before it even starts. Looking back, I definitely shouldn't have hooked Kha'Zix here. It forced us into a risky smite coin flip that we didn't need to take. Definitely a lesson learned. Be extremely careful. Pulling a CC tank into the middle of your team can instantly lose you the teamfight. If the enemy support is a champion like Alistar or Leona, you really don't need to force a Blitzcrank pick. Moving into the mid to late game, the key to playing Blitzcrank revolves around securing vision and controlling team fights through the threat of your hooks. Locking down vision around the Baron Pit is huge. When the enemy has zero info and knows a hook could come out of the dark, they're too scared to face check. You literally zone them away just by controlling the map. The mere threat of your hook is sometimes stronger than the hook itself. When they're terrified of getting hooked from the fog of war, they'll naturally back off, giving you complete map control without even pressing a button. While landing hooks is great, managing disengage and peeling for your carries, such as layering your knockup on enemies diving your backline, is just as crucial for winning games. To talk about Blitzcrank's weaknesses, for better or worse, he is a champion completely defined by his hook. Needless to say, if you can't land your skill one, you instantly become dead weight for your team. Unlike other hookers like Thresh or Nautilus, Blitz is just purely one-dimensional. He has the most hyper-specialized kit in the game, which easily makes him the most volatile and high-risk pick in the catcher class. Don't let his looks fool you. Blitz doesn't have any real tank steroids in his kit. His base stats are solid, sure, but once that passive shield is down, he's actually super squishy. He looks like a thick frontliner, but without his passive, he melts incredibly fast.
Top turret is under attack.
When it comes to team fights, your goal as Blitzcrank is to avoid a standard 5v5 altogether. Instead, look to catch and burst down an enemy before the dragon spawns. That is the exact reason why you pick a champion in the catcher class. Above all, focus on creating a numbers advantage through precise catches, and do whatever it takes to avoid a standard 5v5 teamfight. If a teamfight is absolutely forced on you, keep your eyes on the prize. Don't touch the front line. Just wait for that one window to yank their main damage dealer and shut them down instantly. If an enemy dives your carry, you can execute a peel combo, silence them with your ultimate, knock them up with skill 3, and then step back to reposition and pull them away with skill 1. Operating as a warden in this manner is your fundamental role.
Precisely.
Every single one of Blitz's skills packs a punch, especially with those surprisingly high lead durations. But here's the catch. His cooldowns are painfully long, and his early wave clear is pretty non-existent. Miss a hook, and you're stuck playing passive for a long time. In this clip, I'm locking my sights on the enemy damage carried for the hook. Once they're pulled in, my team will instantly burst them down. And there's the clutch passive saving the day. Blitz looks so low, but he just won't die. The bait is real, and his survivability is honestly insane. And even if you're near death, Warmog's armor brings your health back to full in the blink of an eye. It's honestly insane. This allows you to jump right into the next team fight without any delay.
Turret lost. Enemy turret
Our
destroyed.
top laner is doing a great job applying pressure in the side lane. They definitely deserve a lot of credit for this.
Enemy
Props to
slain.
any top laner who puts pressure on side lanes. But man, they really need good map awareness. If they get caught, it completely throws the map pressure. And while they're split pushing, the rest of the team has to play it safe, so we don't get collapsed on in a 4v5. Chasing a Kha'Zix is an absolute nightmare with all that wall jumping. Trying to catch this guy is like going on a literal insect collecting trip, I swear. Got a bit of downtime here, so I'm gonna go secure Baron Vision. The plan is to create a death bush and just wait to yank their squishy mage or ADC the second they face jump. Unlucky. That was just a pixel short. Trying to hit them with the very tip of the hook is too risky. You've got to walk up and secure the distance first. Definitely a misplay on my part. If you're having trouble landing your hooks, just flash in and use skill 3. It's the easiest way to get a guaranteed knockup, and they honestly can't react to it. And when enemies are just running away in a straight line, they become the perfect target for your hook. You can pull them in with ease. Kha'Zix is still on the board, but we've got the numbers advantage now. Let's rush Baron and wrap this game up. Baron's attacks apply a debuff that shreds the defenses of the closest target. By having a low damage champion like Blitzcrank take all those hits up front, you keep your main damage dealers safe and ensure they can pump out maximum DPS. We've got the Baron buff active, so we need to spread out and push multiple lanes at once. It's gonna split their defense and make it super easy to take down these towers. I personally prefer to send one person to the top lane to split push, while the rest of us apply pressure in the mid lane. This forces them to split their attention and makes it easier to crack their defenses. Since the bot inhibitor is already exposed, We don't need to waste time. We're committing everything to the mid lane now. It's time to end it right here and take that Nexus. You always want that highlight reel hook, but smart enemies know how to play around it. Don't force the play. Sometimes it's way better to just activate W, run them down, and secure the knockup. It's a much more reliable way to engage when they're expecting a hook.
Top turret is under attack. Turret lost.
Yes, that's the hook. There is literally no better feeling in this game than landing a clutch hook and watching them panic. This is what it's all about. So that's it for the Blitz guide. Seriously, you want to give him a try. Go have some fun, turn the map into Hook City, and pull those squishies out of position. Even if you despise playing support, give Blitz a shot. You might just change your mind. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. It really helps out the channel.